I think that's important because as a PSW working on your own, you are your own boss, but you're also still the little man, and you still need to protect yourself, because trusting that your workplace and that your employer always have the best intentions for you is just non-existent anymore. You know, like, there are great people out there, don't get me wrong, and great employers, but protecting yourself so that you can keep doing your job is very important. And I find that our job is to be with people who are A, vulnerable, and B, some of them are nonverbal. They can't speak for themselves, so we have to be trustworthy, and we do have to do things that a lot of other jobs don't have to do. We're in situations where it's pretty much us and the patient or the client. So protecting yourself is important because we're just in so many situations where protection is needed. In 5 years, I'd like to see us being able to live off of our jobs with the wages that we get. I'd like to see us regulated so that people that really shouldn't be here aren't here anymore, and they aren't tarnishing our name. I always find that you always kind of have to fight for respect as a PSW, and it's not necessary. I mean, our jobs are hard enough, so like, why do you need to fight for respect and say, hey, I'm a good person, even though like all I do is help people? I think that they know about us, but I don't feel like we're tapped on enough for people to actually have general knowledge. We always are labeled as an integral part of the healthcare community, but I don't think people really understand. Like, when I introduce myself, people are like, what's a PSW? And I have to always extend my name out, but everyone knows what an RPN is or an RN most of the time. So I don't think that we're talked about enough. I don't think we're kind of tapped into, you know, how RNs are and RPNs are, and I think it's so important because there's so many of us and people don't really realize that. I think most people know that we're not regulated, but I think there are some people that have no idea. They have no idea that we even really exist that much, and I think the pandemic really brought us to light, but there's still not enough for people to fully understand who we are and what we do. I would tell them that their job is way more important than they probably think it is. I think school prepares you in so many ways, but I think being on the job is something entirely different in and of itself. I think that we don't really realize how vulnerable these people are and how much we mean to them. And from my own experience, it's a really hard job, but you have those little moments with your patients and your clients where things just kind of click. And I think that PSWs just kind of need to not lose that softness. And I know that sounds really simple, but this is going to be a career that really tries you a lot, and I think maintaining that softness is so important. People may look at it as a weakness, but it's not, because you've seen so much that being soft is almost like a strength. I think we have a bright future in Ontario because we're being talked about now. I think COVID has put a major spotlight on us, and I think people are realizing that we're more important than what maybe they thought beforehand. I don't think we were talked about enough, and I think now that we're being talked about more and kind of being paid attention to more, that things are going to start getting a bit better for our field, and we're going to be tapped into a little bit more. If I could change something to make it better for us in this field, I think it would be that the healthcare field needs to adopt team-based accountability, because we are all a team. And I think that we need to create an actual living wage. I think that we do a lot. I think every job does a lot, but I think we all deserve to live off of our jobs, and now, especially now, that is so incredibly important. So yeah, I think team-based accountability and a living wage, even though that's two things and not one thing, I think it would make things a lot better for everybody.